guys, it's Folksy. Today I'm going to be opening up my packs for finishing Gold 3. 2 weeks in a row I managed to get Gold 3, which is 14 wins out of the 30. So it's not great, it's not terrible, but yeah, it's not the worst. Hopefully, with any luck, I'll get someone decent this week, because first week got the pie, not bad, and some other terrible winger, but that was it. So yeah, I'm gonna just crack on and get my rewards. So for finishing in Goal 3, obviously I'm gonna get 2 player pick special items out of it, 2 mega packs and 1 rare players pack, which is pretty decent. And then once I've done all that, I'll show you my division packs on top. So let's get in there. Without further ado, let's get the first one. Come on. I mean, that's just painful. I mean, what am I meant to do with these players? I mean, it's gonna have to be Sergio Santos, and no doubt about that, but not ideal anyway. Second pick. Oh dear. Oh, that is just disappointing. So yeah, in conclusion of this video, FUT Champs rewards. Shit. No. João Pedro, I guess, be the best guess. But that's not why we're here, not just for them. These 3 packs are what you get for getting 14 wins, which is modest. You know, win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, which is pretty much what I was doing on FUT Champs. But in fairness, which is a bonus at the end of this video, I will show you the tactics that I changed to midway through FUT Champs. I actually lost, I think it was my first 5-6 games, and I changed to these tactics and blew up. So I'm hoping for a better finish this weekend, to be fair. I actually left it down to the very last game as well to get 14 wins, which was a nightmare. But yeah, for the average player, tactics I'll show you later. Well, it might help you get these rewards, which aren't ideal at the best of times. So I'm going to open up my mega packs first. Let's go. Come on. Let's get a walkout. Please. Alright, cool. No walkout, but we've got a board. We have a board, which isn't bad. And it's EH, I think. Wow, yeah, not bad. I mean, I have already got ones to watch EH. So it's not ideal. Yeah, not bad. But yeah, not the worst. Could have been worse. All right, next mega pack. Let's go. Please walk out. Oh, no walk out, but we do again have a board. Italian striker. Torino. Oh wow, team in a week as well. Yeah, Belotti. So technically got 3 team in a week players in my squad. 2 FUT Champs, 1 team in a week, and absolutely no one else. I mean, I haven't even got the patience to work with them. They're just gone in the bin. And the penultimate rare players pack. And let's have it. Again, a board, Brazilian, Cam. Oh, another team in a week, and I think that is the guy that I've just got in my FUT Champs. That's criminal. That's absolutely criminal. I mean, at least he'll sell. I can get rid of him for like 10k. Kepa, I'll just quickly sell him. You know, that is disappointing. Yeah, disappointing, but not the end of the world. I've got my division rival rewards, which, to be fair, aren't too shabby. So yeah, it's not bad. 2 red mega packs, 2 prime mixed player packs, 4 jumbo gold packs, which in honesty is actually better than my FUT Champs rewards, except for the 2 cards I've got. Let's just go in with the jumbo gold packs first. These are normally like, you always get pretty average players in, but you know, never know. Yeah, no walkout on that one, so that's a skip job. Fantastic. On to the next one. Come on. Right, we've got a board. It's not the end of the world. Brazilian, if that says calm, and if that's the guy again. I do not believe this. I do not believe this. 3 João Pedros. 3 João Pedros. What is the point? What is the point in FIFA? I'm having serious doubts on what to do. I mean, he might as well be in my club, and then I can then just fucking quick sell. Right, let's see if we can get a 4th João Pedro. At least it's just a bog standard. Let's just skip through that and okay. Last one of the jumbo golds. Can we get anyone? No, we can't. No, we cannot. So I'm gonna go with the Prime Mixed Players pack. Let's see what we can get. Nothing. Not even a board. We go again. Come on. Literally, not even a rare. Like, not even a rare. Okay, right, this is where things start to get really exciting. We've got a walkout. Who have we got? He's Brazilian. He's a goalkeeper. He's from Liverpool. Welcome to the club again. Alisson. Not bad. Although he's untradeable. And I did actually have him before. But I'll take him. 190 rated out of all of it. Get in. Wow, even Lukaku. Let's go for the last one. Big rare mega pack, 30 items, all gold, all rare. Let's go. Let's get a Neymar, Messi, Suarez. Suarez? Oh my life. I have no words. I mean, that's just not ideal, is it really? I mean, look at the state of that. Anyway, not bad. Not a bad pack opening in the grand scheme of things. Like, it could be worse. But yeah, that's, in conclusion, that's what to expect from getting 14 out of 30 wins on your FUT Champs and finishing rank 2. Not ideal at all. Yeah, so that concludes the pack opening part. Let's move it in to my squad. Now, before you say anything, yes, I understand I've got 2 icons in my squad, and you're probably thinking to yourself, how is this guy not even finished with 20 wins to his name? Because you know what? FIFA is sweaty. FIFA is exceptionally sweaty. Alright? It's what it is. Yeah. And, I mean, I played terrible. I played absolutely. First week I got drunk, so we'll use that old chestnut. Second week, I just didn't really perform that well. But in fairness, in my defence, I only just got scores, so he didn't really feature in that many FUT Champs games. So this weekend it will be good. So yeah, like I say, last week I had a bit better luck with the old FUT Champs. You know, Depay, excellent. Buy him. So yeah, let me go into the custom tactics, yeah? So what I go with is my standard tactics, defensive style, pressure on a heavy touch. I just find I used to go balanced. I've switched back and forwards on this FIFA a little bit to try and get it, but I feel like pressure on heavy touch just helps you out that little bit. With balanced, don't get me wrong, if you're a professional and you see a lot of the pros giving you this advice saying, put it on balanced, it's really good for you, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's because the pros are excellent at defending and intercepting because they're doing it a lot manually by themselves, whereas you put pressure on heavy touch on, it's actually giving you a little bit of a help. If you don't want that help, fair enough, keep it unbalanced. I completely agree. But I think I sit in between balanced and pressure on heavy touch, and I just edge towards there because I just feel like sometimes it just gives that extra little bit of help when your opponent's on the counter attack and you just need to get in a quick interception really, and sometimes pressure on heavy touch really helps out. I tend to keep the width on 5, and whatever width I do on my defense, I automatically copy it on my attack, on my offense. This is essential because the last thing you want to do is, if you imagine your defense is this wide and then you go on attack that's this narrow, all your players have then got to slowly come in like this, which means they've got to do more work, they've got to come into the pitch, and then as soon as you're back on the defense again, you're going from a very narrow attack back out to really wide, and you're just overworking your players, and you'll often find you'll get caught out or out of positions because of this. So what I would always suggest is, however you want your width to be, if you want to play a really wide play and leave the middle, sort of not really an area for you to play into, keep it wide on both sides. And same again, if you want to play narrow, keep it narrow on both, but keep them width as close. Yeah, maybe one between the two of them you might get away with, but I would always recommend keeping them pretty straightforward, to be honest, like bang on the same. Anyway, depth wise, bit of a hit and miss as well. Again, 5 or 6 works for depth. If you want to be, just to say, like, you don't want to be putting pressure on your opponent until they're sort of hitting, just to say, coming into your half, then this is what I'd recommend. So obviously you can drop back a little bit further, wait for them to come into the half, but I like to be quick, and as soon as they start to come into my half, I want to be putting that pressure on. I want to be probably making sure that I'm up there on the pitch, ready to take the ball from you. Fast build up, no brainer. It really will. If you're like me, if you've got wingers in your squad, I mean, this works perfectly. It's that fast build up. As soon as you've got the ball, your players are just ready to start moving, and they move quick. And if you've got anyone in your squad that's quick, you'll realise it straight away. If you keep it on balance, you'll notice a difference. Maybe play a few games, tweak the two, have a little go between them again. But fast build up for me, I just find it's just you beat your opponents on the counter attack more often than not. So yeah, go with a fast build up. Width, as I said before, keep it the same. Players in the box. Now this is one that I've tinkered with a little bit. When I first started playing, I actually only had it on 2, so that not a lot of players were jumping in the box, and I didn't really want them to be in the box because I didn't want to get caught on the counter attack. So yeah, I changed it to being the same as the width and in line with the 5. Reason for this being is to have like sort of 5 people in the box. It's a nice balance, and if you keep things balanced, your squad will stay balanced. If you have tons of players in the box, you're likely to get caught on the counter attack. If you don't have any players in the box, then the chances of you scoring around that area are not really going to happen. So I find just keeping it right in the middle, right in central, nothing hard about it really. Just keep it like that. It's just easy. It's just the easiest way to do it. Corners and free kicks. Again, I've had it at 1 before. I just didn't feel like on corners you got anything. I've had it at 3 before. Again, felt sometimes more so with the corners. I got caught out on a lot of counter attacks having 3 on. With 2, it gives me a bit of a balance. Sometimes I get caught out, sometimes I don't. So it's a bit of a hit and miss. If you don't want to have any form of risk when you're up there, if you don't really score from corners, if you haven't really got an aerial threat, like I've got like Rijkaard, Kyle Walker, like Kevin De Bruyne, you know what I mean? I've got players that will jump up and head a ball. If you don't really have that in your squad, if you've got a small squad, then yeah, maybe knock it down to 1. Same with your free kicks as well. Free kicks don't really make that much of a difference, I don't find, because 9 times out of 10 I don't really cross a free kick, I'll shoot. So really doesn't really make that much of a difference. If you're going to shoot every time, what's the point in having anyone in the box for a free kick? You just got extra men up there, maybe for a rebound or maybe for like an error from your opponent, but I would just keep it sort of relatively low. Yeah, what I would always do, stay back while attacking. This would apply to both Mendy and Kyle Walker. I would have their interceptions as normal and have their run type just a mixed attack. Don't want to be doing any sort of overlaps. Don't need them to be aggressive, or conservative. They just need to be well balanced fullbacks. Don't need anything more from them really. Yeah, if you're the type of player that really wants to run forward with left backs and right backs, like, is there any point in having wingers? Probably not. So I would suggest you always keep these on stay back while attacking. It just makes your squad, again, when I talk about that balance, it just makes it easier. Just overall, it's just miles easier. Going back in centre halves, kind of keep them while they are. Obviously, stay back while attacking. That's their default anyway. And then this is where it starts to get not tricky as such, but it almost depends on what type of players you've got. So for me, I will start with Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, I like to have him as a cam. So I've used this, like I mentioned earlier, I've used this formation so that, you know, Mendy and Mane don't clash with chemistry. But I need De Bruyne as a cam. So with this formation, he's a centre midfielder. However, he will act like a cam. So on the attacking support, I even might get forward. This will automatically just make him further up the pitch, and that basically makes him a cam. That instruction alone does that for him. So that's pretty simple. Support on crosses, staying on the edge of the box. I'd probably say that would be like. You can mix this. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've played around with stay on the edge of the box. You can. A lot of people do keep it balanced, you know. But I am the type of person where I like to keep De Bruyne on the edge of the box, just for the pure reason of if the ball comes in, if I cross the ball in from the wing, or if I've got some form of attack going on, and I'm cutting inside, De Bruyne's always there. He's always waiting and just hanging around on the edge of the box, and I find it's perfect. I hit the ball into De Bruyne, and then, you know, I've got options. I can either attack it straight away, get the ball back into the box with De Bruyne, or I can go for a shot. Simple as. So yeah, I would always say stay on the edge of the box with the cross. I used to get into the box with the cross, but sometimes what you find, as soon as he gets in there, you leave a very, very big gap around that centre attacking area, and then you're left with your centre midfielders, your deeper centre midfielders, trying to compensate for that, and it's not ideal. So yeah, it's down the edge of the box. Interceptions normal, don't touch anything with that. Free roam's a big one. Again though, it is a bit of a hit and miss with who you've got. You need to have someone world class, because I've tried this with a handful of players, and if they have not got good attacking positioning or good positioning at all, then you'll often find that the free roam isn't suited for them, and they'll just end up everywhere. They'll end up on the left wing, the right wing, centre defensive midfield. They just end up everywhere. Whereas Kevin De Bruyne, he just appears where you want him to be. So it's good. Cover wing, again, I don't really want him to be covering centre, because that kind of interacts with the free roam. So if you've got a cam and he's trying to always cover centre, he will just stay there, and that whole free roam aspect won't really work. Whereas if he's covering the wing, he'll, you know, when in a defensive moment, he will shift left to right. So it's pretty good. Yeah, but going back to the centre defensive midfielders, Ivan Golo, for all my centre defensive work, he is my CDM, whereas Paul Scholes is not. And what I tend to do is have a slight bit of difference between them. Now, it does depend on how I'm feeling. So whilst if you look at N'Golo Kante, I've got his attacking support on stay back while attacking and cover centre, which is the be all and end all for CDMs, and he is obviously a more centre defensive minded person. Now, for argument's sake, I actually put this on to Paul Scholes just to try it out for a game, and I quite liked it, but it does leave you very defensive. So what I would tend to do is keep my most attacking player out of the two of them as just a balanced attack. So you've always got Kante just sitting there covering the centre as a CDM, whipping up, you know, all them loose balls, all them heavy counter attacks right down the centre. Kante, he's a beast, he will take it. And leaving Scholes on a balanced attack. Leaving Scholes on a balanced attack then gives you that option to just start pressing up that field a bit more. So it's almost like you've got like a 1-2-3. You know, you've got Kante building the ball up to Scholes building up to De Bruyne. Do what you want from there. So yeah, that's how I'll work in my midfield. Going out to the wing, this is one which I've seen a lot of the pros talk about all the time. So some of them just have getting behind, and that is it. Some of them have getting behind, and on their defensive support, they have it to stay forward. And this can seriously, this can make or break you. If you want your attackers to stay there, and seriously, I mean, stay there, they will. They won't come back, and I can promise you that this is very effective for counter-attacking breaks. However, you'll often find yourself lacking a little bit of movement on the wings, and how do I put this? Your wingers will not help for anything else. So if you just want them to just be attacking and that's it, then by all means keep it on. But you will find that you will be outpaced and outdone in the centre of midfield, because your 3 centre midfielders will then have to do all the work, and it's really not ideal. So I just keep basic support, and that way you've always got them to just drop a little bit. So when you are on the attack, you've got them on the outside. Cutting side's a big one for me. I always like to have, you know, if I've got De Bruyne again at cam and my winger's just stuck out there as far out and he's not making runs inside, I just don't feel there's a lot going on. So I like to have my wingers to cut inside, I spray the ball to them, then De Bruyne will run off it, do the 1-2. Next thing you know, pass it on to my striker, one scores, it's a winner, it's golden. So yeah, cut inside, getting behind, both wingers exactly the same. You know, cut inside, getting behind, both wingers, jobs are good. And then down to the striker. For this is pretty simple as well. I just tend to keep Werner on stay forward. Reason for this is that you want that outlet all the time, and it just helps. If you keep your striker on stay forward and he's fast, he'll just sit on that line. He'll sit on the halfway line when you're in defence and you're struggling to get out, and he will sit there and you give him that ball and he will go. And if he's fast enough, he will beat them centre halves hands down, or you know, or their left backs or their right backs, whoever they've got left. You know, it's a great example to just keep that striker there, and he'll always be an outlet. Especially if you've got an even sort of more of a powerhouse striker and you keep them forward. You know, they're not always going to be trying to track back and lose stamina. They'll keep a lot of their stamina by staying forward as well, which is a good tip. Again, getting behind. If you've got a fast striker, get it on. If you don't, still get it on. Yeah, getting behind just works no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're slow or fast, really. It's not effective. It's not, like, the idea of not having it on, silly for me for a striker. Unless you've got very, very good wingers who can do all the work. But 9 times out of 10, getting behind on your striker and you'll be good. So yeah, that concludes my pack opening for both my FUT Champs and Division Rivals, and a little bit about my squad. I'll be streaming all night Friday for the FUT Champs, providing that the servers don't go down again. I will then be streaming all day Saturday, some of Sunday, depending how many FUT Champs games I manage to fit in over the Friday and Saturday. I had to cram a lot in the Saturday and the Sunday last weekend, obviously due to the extension, because once it comes to a Monday, I just can't be bothered playing FUT Champs anymore. I am done, go back to work, and you know, it's not ideal. I want to have a weekend sort of feeling about it. So yeah, if you want to catch me doing a bit of streaming, it's Folksy. Hit me up on my Twitch, come and have a chat, whatever. Want to get involved? If you've got any tips, if you feel like I've missed anything, then hit me up. But other than that, peace.